What's up? Welcome to the video. Today we are doing an unboxing and taking a look at some Thursday boots. I got the Captains in dark brown. Pretty excited about it. Let's get to it. Okay, let's see. Alright, so they're packaged up. Whoopsies. So they're packaged up pretty nicely. This is nothing that crazy. It's not going to affect the longevity or the style of the boot, but it's just nice to see that they kind of took the time to wrap everything up and just kind of put it in these bags. Got that little hole right there. I imagine that's so that the leather can breathe. Let's just get these right on out. This is the boot that goes in the left foot. Okay, so overall pretty nice looking. I like that tan welt. I like the darker brown design of them. I like the cap toe. Everything just looks really good. Looks really clean looking. Some sort of studded outsole. It feels similar to the day-night outsole that I have on my Allen Edmonds boots. So should be good to go. Alright, now these are a size 11.5. Because I ordered these off of Amazon, I ordered a size 11.5 as well as a size 11. So we'll try these on maybe a little bit, but I think the 11.5 is going to be better for me anyway. Continue getting the boots ready. Get everything out. Alright, that's pretty nice. Got a little mark right there. Wonder what that's from. Alright, cool. That one's all set. Oh. Alright. Alright, 11.5 feels pretty good. I actually really like them so far. Stand up. They do feel pretty stiff, but they do feel very comfortable underfoot. Nice slim profile. They could be dressed up, they could be dressed down. Not that rugged. The 11.5 seems to fit really well. I'm wearing a pair of thin merino wool socks, and it seems like they fit really nicely, so I don't even know if I'll have to bother trying on the size 11s. When it comes to boots, I prefer to, or shoes in general, I prefer slightly more toe room. I've tried to get boots or shoes before where the toe box was going to stretch, and it just not good at all. So the fit, the feel, everything so far, pretty good. Alright, so now I want to talk about why I got these boots, because as you guys know, if you've been following the channel for a while now, you know that I've got a couple of different boots at much higher price points, all made in America, all Goodyear welted mostly. We've got boots like the Iron Ranger, which I've been wearing for the past few months, has been great. The Allen Edmonds Higgins Mill, which is kind of similar to the Thursday, just got that nice rough day-night rubber outsole. And finally, we have the dress boot, the Dalton, which I have been wearing a little bit more here and there. I know some of you guys said I should wear them more. I've been wearing them a little bit more, not that much, but so why would I go out of my way to get something that is so much cheaper and possibly of inferior quality? So to answer that question, I want to take it back a couple of years when my only two high top boots were the Allen Edmonds Dalton and the Allen Edmonds Higgins Mill boot. And these are both great boots. Like I mentioned, I walked sometimes upwards of 10 miles in this boot, but this boot is very stiff sometimes, and there are a lot of times when it would just hurt my feet because it being so stiff. And because the leather is so thick, it's hot sometimes. A lot of times my feet would sweat in it. It's very stiff. And so this sole, this day-night outsole, as stiff and as heavy as it is, it's not the easiest thing if you're doing a lot of walking. So this one, I mean, it maybe like an 8 out of 10 comfort. There were a couple times where it's just my feet were killing me at the end of the day. So as far as the Allen Edmonds Dalton goes, these are a lot lighter, they're a lot more comfortable. However, like I talked about, that leather outsole, sure, it's better than a dress shoe outsole. It's got that double butyl sole, that's an oil-infused sole, but still, it's just not exactly as comfortable. It doesn't conform to your foot as nice as the Chrome XL leather does on the Higgins Mill boot. So I kind of was just going back and forth between that. So the Higgins Mill, is $445 current day price, and the Allen Edmonds Dalton is $495. So those boots are both over $400. Now there's one more boot that I kind of would just default to when I knew that I was going to be walking around a lot and I wanted my feet to just feel really good. And that boot is the Clark's Desert Boot. List price of $130. So by the time you pay for one of the Allen Edmonds boots, you can buy 3 of these. Sure, it's a cheaper, crappier, lower quality boot. Of course. In terms of being comfortable and being able to wear a boot all day, yeah, sure, it's great if you have a high quality shoe, it's made in America, this, that, and the other thing, but at the end of the day, it's all about comfort. And I can say that if I'm doing a lot of kneeling down at work, this boot is great with how flexible it is, how soft it is. The only thing that was an issue with this boot was that there's no arch support, but my feet have gotten so used to it to the point that this boot is my walking boot. I know that my feet are not going to bother me at all when I'm wearing this boot. So going with that, how is a boot that is a third of the price than the other boots that I previously had, how is it so much more comfortable? Well, cheaper materials are often squishier and often more flexible, and that's what kind of led me to this boot. Now this boot, obviously it's a lot stiffer. It's probably a lot closer to the Allen Edmonds boots than the Desert boots, but we got a $200 price tag, which is good. I'm not really too concerned with price as I am durability. I would gladly pay more money for something that is going to be comfortable all the time, or 90% as much of the time as it can be, and it's going to last me a long time and it's not going to fall apart on me. I'd rather have a $400 boot that's going to last me 10 years than a $100 boot that's going to last me 1 year, for example. So Thursday's been around for quite a long time. I think I do remember trying these boots on a couple of years ago when they were pretty new, but for some reason I was trying to pare down my shoes. I said, you know what, let me just return these. I don't need them. I have other options. I don't need to have 30, 40, 50 pairs of shoes. But I think that they've come a long way. I recently watched an interview done by Carl Morawski, another YouTuber, with one of the founders. I think his name is Connor. Pretty sure his name's Connor. I know Connor and Nolan, I think, are the 2 founders. And he talked about how he redesigned the boot. They were trying to find different comfort levels, different, sole density. That way, if it's too hard or too soft. So something that this boot may be able to offer me or you guys that something like this boot can't is comfort. And that really is, it's nice to wear nice shoes, but at the end of the day, if you can wear a boot or a shoe and not worry about your feet killing you at the end of the day, that trumps everything else. I don't care if it's made in a factory down in Lafarge, Mexico. It doesn't really matter that much. Your feet aren't going to know the difference whether it's an American-made product or not. So that's pretty much the whole reason why I got this shoe. Also, it's kind of cool to support the underdog. I kind of was listening to the interview by Carl, and I like what they're doing. I like the customer service. I like that they're actually going back and they're putting their profits back into making the boot much better. I think he talked about using a much better insole. He's using Poron instead of just a sort of fiberboard that disintegrates after a while. He's using better soles that way the sole doesn't wear out as fast, but it retains that comfort. So I'm pretty excited. I think that this boot's going to get a lot of use once I break it in. After all that, let's actually go over the boot. So we've got a slim cap toe design. I really, really like the cap toe design. Cap toes and wingtips are my absolute favorite design. I like them more than the plain toes, except for the Higgins Mill. That's a nice one too. But because this is so slim, the cap toe design, really nice, almost kind of like a dress boot. We've got that rubber, almost imitation day-night sole. The day-night sole is good, but I'm kind of glad that they went with their own because I found the day-night sole is not the most comfortable thing in the world. So they've got this day-night rubber outsole type, studded rubber outsole, 360-degree Goodyear welt, meaning that the stitching goes all the way around, which supposedly helps with water resistance when compared to something like the Red Wing Iron Ranger. That it's a 270-degree Goodyear welt. It starts right here, but then around here, it's actually not stitched. And then it starts up again right there. So they say that it's not as water resistant. I think that the actual leather plays a bigger part in that. But that's kind of nice. With it being a Goodyear welted shoe, that just means that it's actually stitched together. That way when the sole wears out, if you want, you could take it to a cobbler or a shoe repair shop, and they can go ahead and just stitch a brand new sole on there for you. Be a little bit cheaper than buying a whole new pair of boots. So we've got this sort of, I think they call it Thursday Chrome. It's this nice Chrome Excel leather. Chrome XL leather is great. This is the Higgins Mill. It has Chrome XL leather. It's pretty beat up, but as you can see, it's really still got a sheen to it. Very, very low maintenance leather, and still looks pretty dressy for what it is. And overall, guys, I mean, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to do an unboxing and show you guys and just talk about why I went for this boot and the space that I think that it can occupy in, you know, your wardrobe, which it's a boot that it looks great. It's not crazy expensive like 300 or 400 like the Red Wings and the Allen Edmonds, but it's also not super cheap like $100, and it's only going to wear out in a season. And I will say that as far as if you are beating the shoe up, if you're wearing it a lot in the snow, if you're wearing it just constantly beating the hell out of them, it's a little bit easier to just say, you know what, I'm ruining a $200 pair of boots, not a $400 pair of boots. So that's kind of something too. I know I said price doesn't matter, but at the end of the day, it does matter to all of us one way or the other. So overall, that is the Thursday Captain boot. Really excited about it. I'm going to start wearing it. I'm going to break it in. I'll keep you guys posted. I hope I helped. Thursday boots, I'm sure you guys know about them. Support them. They're kind of the underdog. They seem like a really cool bunch of guys and girls. I'm pretty happy, and I just kind of like their story. And I like that. I think they said that they called them Thursday boots because on a Thursday, you would go work and then you go out with your friends, kind of like that in-between day. You know, it's the start of the weekend, but it's still during the week. So I thought that was pretty cool. So really great story, really customer service oriented. And yeah, we'll keep going. I'll let you guys know. Thursday boots, pick them up. You can get them on Amazon. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Everyone stay safe. Talk to you soon. Bye.